rolling, black smoke a-blowing, blowing, heading for Margie, Johnny Overload. Now Margie was a waitress at a truck stop down the road. She loved a big truck driver called Johnny Overload. She thought that she would marry him and raise a family, then she would be Mrs. Johnny. Big wheels are rolling, rolling, black smoke a-blowing, blowing, big truck a-going, going over the road. Big man without a worry, going somewhere in a hurry, heading for Margie, Johnny Overload. Now Johnny hit the road one night with 50 ton of steel, about a ton of overload for every tandem wheel. He had to make some extra dough before his wedding day, so she could be Mrs. Johnny. Big wheels are rolling, rolling, black smoke a-blowing, blowing, big truck a-going, going over the road. Big man without a worry, going somewhere in a hurry, heading for Margie, Johnny Overload. Johnny coached his big truck up to the mountain top. He kicked it into high gear when the road began to drop, but it went into a jackknife when it hit that bottom curve. Now she'll never be Mrs. Johnny. Big wheels are rolling, rolling, black smoke a-blowing, blowing, big truck a-going, going over the road. Big man without a worry, going somewhere in a hurry, heading for Margie, Johnny Overload. Big wheels are rolling, rolling, black smoke a-blowing, blowing, big truck a-going, going over the road. Big man without a worry, going somewhere in a hurry, heading for Margie, Johnny Overload. Heading down to Tamworth, dragging a heavy load. Cold night wind a-blowing on a cold dark stretch of road. The night had been a long one, the hours were going slow. Started getting sleepy, so turned on my radio.
Hi there, and welcome to the night show. Got a ton of records here to spin. If you're out there traveling on that road, oh, be careful there, my friend. Got news alive at 55. The weatherman says a snowstorm's coming on. Till 6 a.m., just be my guest. I'm DJ HOEDOWN John.
Just rolled on through Gyra, my rig was running fine. Heard John give a warning as he rolls on down the line. Well, I better gear her down now, there's a bad curve up ahead. And if by chance I hit that ice, I might wind up dead.
Yeah, you're listening to the night show for all the truck driving men. I got a brand new record here. It's called Diesel Number 10. Now the snow's begun, so on your run, take it easy as you're traveling along, and keep your dial set right where it is to DJ HOEDOWN John.
I can just see Tamworth down in the morning light. Hear John signing off now, we made it through another night. Anytime I'm traveling down a road that's dark and long, there'll be a station somewhere with a DJ name of John. It was his first trip to Brisbane in a big long diesel truck. It was his first trip to Brisbane, he wasn't having lots of luck. He was headed the wrong direction down a one-way street in town, and this is what he said when the police chased him down. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn a truck downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally found where to unload, he had a dreadful shock. His trailer pointed toward the road and his kept right to the dock. And as he looked around him through his tears, he made this sound. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. Give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn it right round town, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. When he finally got unloaded, he was glad to leave that town. He was feeling very happy 'cause he was going home. Then up ahead he saw a sign saying you are northward bound. He said, give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. He was driving down the highway when ahead he saw a sign. He had to make a left turn, but he could not get the line. The tears were streaming down his cheeks when they all heard him yell, give me 40 sticks of dynamite and I'll blow this rig to give me 40 acres and I'll turn this rig around. It's the easiest way that I've found. Some guys can turn it on a dime or turn a truck downtown, but I need 40 acres to turn this rig around. The night was dark and stormy and the roads were wet with rain. As Jimmy Jones rolled on and on, his destination Maine. He'd like to stop and rest a while, but his fate just wouldn't keep. His body ached, his mind felt numb, his eyes had closed with sleep. He thought about the time he'd lost with the woman Mary Lou, and then his thoughts turned to his wife he'd promised he'd be true. Temptation had stepped in his path and he had failed the test, and if he stopped he knew his conscience wouldn't let him rest. Roll on, convoy in the sky, convoy in the sky. There in the night he saw the lights, a truck stopped just ahead. 1 cup of coffee he would have, enough to clear his head. As he stepped on the running board, strange music he could hear, and suddenly before his eyes the truck stop disappeared. There in its place a trailer sat, its color black as death, and seated there beneath the wheel sat the devil himself. And Jimmy's heart was filled with fear, for there before his eyes an endless line of trailers came a-rolling through the sky. Roll on, convoy in the sky, convoy in the sky. The drivers spoke of deeds they'd done and detours they had made. Now driving for the devil was the price that they had paid. There is no time to stop and rest, he heard the devil cry, as he led that convoy on across the dark and stormy sky. Roll on, convoy in the sky, convoy in the sky, convoy in the sky. I was a lonely soul, no voice in the crowd, just whispering sadly with my head always bowed. I hadn't anything of which to be proud. And then I saw her and my heart sang out loud. Oh, a good love is like a good song. It grows on you till it's so strong. It never leaves you, it never goes wrong. You know a good love is like a good song. We introduced ourselves, my heart simply soared. We walked and talked about the things we adored. We listened to the rhythm of the rain as it poured. I heard the echo of an old familiar chord. It said, a good love is like a good song. It grows on you till it's so strong. It never leaves you, it never goes wrong. You know a good love is like a good song. I said I loved her and she said she loved me. To me those words were a sweet symphony. We are the happiest duet you'll ever see. One's on the way to make it three-part harmony. And a good love is like a good song. It grows on you till it's so strong. It never leaves you, it never goes wrong. You know a good love is like a good song. A good love is like a good song. Read an ad in the Brisbane Sunday papers. Help wanted, semi-drivers needed bad. I walked in and said I'd like to see the foreman. I told him all the experience that I'd had. He said, son, you're just the man I'm needing. He handed me the keys and said, let's go. Pointed to the truck and said, I'll see you. Take that load of steel to Bendigo. Well, I finally got inside and got it started. Put it into gear and started backing up. Tried every way to get it going forward, but I ain't never drove a big old truck. Well, it wasn't easy backing through the traffic, and I'll bet I'm the first truck driver that you know that ever left Brisbane in a semi and backed it all the way to Bendigo. Now the police pulled me over down in Goulburn. What do you think you're doing? I just smiled. I said I just got tired of going forwards. I thought I'd drive it backwards for a while. I backed it in a truck stop and said, fill it, and check the oil, it needs a pint or so. He said, tell me which way are you backing? I said, I'm backing south to Bendigo. Oh, there must be a button on here somewhere that I can push to turn this rig around. Now I can make it fine out in the country, but I have trouble getting through the town. But if I keep it up, I'll finally make it, and I'll bet I'm the first truck driver that you know